back to Omega. I'm Ava.
I'm Evan.
I'm Gabriel.
I'm Angel.
I'm Alvani.
We're continuing from yesterday where we left off, talking about school problems and how we think they should be fixed. And I want to start off with Mavis, with her.
Yesterday we were talking about school lunch was like the last topic, and today we discussed some topics, and we were talking about attendance, which attendance when people don't show up, like it's a big issue. You know, we have kind of like competitions here, like for grades, and that's a cool thing. I've always thought that was a cool thing where they like kind of put us like in ranks of like who has the better attendance.
Like
but,
seniors, juniors.
Yeah, but like there's the part of the attendance where teachers just count us absent or here for no reason. And then like I remember one time last year I wasn't here the full day, and 4 of my morning teachers counted me absent and 4 of my afternoon teachers counted me here, or it was one of those, and they thought I was skipping, and they were like telling me that I was gonna get ISS, and I was like, I wasn't skipping, like I legitimately wasn't here. And they were like, well, oh no, it was 2 in the afternoon counted me absent and 2 in the morning counted me absent, but the 4 in the middle, like 1st and 2nd counted me absent, 7th and 8th counted me absent, but like
The rest.
like 3rd through 6th, they counted me here. So they thought I skipped like 1st and 2nd and 7th and 8th, and I was like, no, like I wasn't here. And they were like, okay, like I think I had to get a written note or something like that, like just to make sure. But I was so scared because that happens all the time. Like today I was checking my attendance to see if like I could exempt, because they turned in a note, and my attendance, like you can see it from 1st to 8th period, and it was like I have like 3 absences in first, then 5, 4, 4, like 6, and then 4 and then 1. Like it doesn't add up. Like I have 1 absence in 1 class, when like I know I've missed 4 times, but like how does somebody mess up like that much? You know, like how does somebody count me here 3 times when I'm not? Cause like that messes up your thing too, like cause they think you're skipping like your other classes.
Yeah, I have that problem for one of my classes, where I was there, I was in class, and when she called my name out, I said here, but I was still counted absent.
It's because kids don't know how to be quiet when they're calling attendance, and you know, even if it's a sub too, they can't hear you.
And I think that's crazy because a lot of the subs, they'll be like, okay, like here's the attendance sheet, like you sign in, and I'll sign in, and then I'll check and I'm absent. I was like, what? I signed in, like I know I was like, okay.
My first period teacher, she gets me and this other girl mixed up, and so whenever I'm not here, she'll mark the other girl not here, and she'll mark me here, and then like whenever I'm here, like she'll mark the other girl not here, or the other girl here, and me not here. So like it messes up our attendance.
And like it messes up a lot more things than there's that to it, because they put like attendance into like with like the GPAs and stuff like that. So like when we miss, like it hurts that too. And then I noticed that like on mine like too, but I noticed it late, and I like it was like a couple months ago, but I never realized it until probably like a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, it's too late now, they're not gonna believe me, like they're gonna think it's like, oh, like exemptions are coming up, you're just trying to look for an excuse to exempt. So I mean, like they put you in a tough corner with stuff like that too.
And like I was saying off camera, I was absent for 2 days, and my mom called her and she was like, hey, like whenever she comes back, can she bring a note, like is that enough? Because I didn't go to the hospital, like I knew what I had like a fever, and then they were like, yeah, of course, like it won't count as an absence anymore, like it'll be excused, like she'll be able to exempt, because that's what I was worried about, and that's what my mom was worried about. And then I came and I brought the note, and they were just kind of like, we're not gonna put it in. And I was like, they didn't put it in, like if they did exemptions like yesterday or today, like it's not gonna count, like I'm not gonna be able to get some. And I was I was confused because my mom called and was like, can she do this? And they said yes.
And I remember she was worried about that when she missed the first 2 days, and then I was telling her that like you can have like the written notes too, because they came up to me, because one day I was just like I wasn't feeling good at all. Like I was just not in it. And I went to the lady who does the attendance, and I was like freaking out. I was like I don't want, like I need to go home. Like I don't feel good, but like I can't, cause I can't miss any more school cause the exemptions, just all this. I was freaking out. And then she was like, no, like if you do the written notes, like it'll be okay. Like we'll excuse you. We take those written notes. And a lot of people after that have been asking me about it, and they're saying that they're telling them like differently. So
Yeah,
I don't think they give the same opportunities to everyone.
There's a lot of misconception about that, and I think it's between, not necessarily like the staff, but like the students, because like a lot of students want to give like 10 written notes, and it's like I think they only take up to 3, but then there's also the case where they told like one of my friends that they don't take any, and it's like what? Like they told Angel 3, and they told my mom 1, and then they told my friend none. So like what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a thing. I think those things like that should be specified like over the speaker when they're announcing like exemptions. There should be like, oh yeah, 5 tardies and 3 absences, but you can have excused absences by notes. Or if you can't, then no, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of kids don't even know how it works, like exemption. Like I've seen kids that are like, oh, can I exempt, like, but or they'll be like, I couldn't exempt because I had an 85 in this class. And I'll be like, no, like it's both semesters combined. And then they'll be like, what? It's not?
Wait, what?
Because that's what they told me. No?
No, that's what they told
I was gonna say, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what they told
The
us.
semester average?
Yeah, that's what,
For this 9 weeks.
for this 9 weeks? Cause,
they've been telling us differently then.
Yeah,
The
'cause
teachers say it's the both. Like that's another thing then that they've been telling.
yeah, because when my teachers were putting it in, they were like, oh, it's your semester average, so don't worry, like, because like I had missing work, and it was like an 89, and then he was like, oh, well, it's your semester average, and your semester average is still like a 94, so it's okay. So he put in a 94, signed it off, and then I got my grade up, it's a 96 now, and then like, so he was like, he didn't know either.
And then there's this one kid that the semester average saved him from getting exempt. He had like I don't know the exact grades, and if you do the math, don't come and roast me, but like let's just say like it was like a 91 and like an 89 or like an 88, right? And he had an 88 this semester.
This semester, yeah.
And this 9 weeks, and then they were like, oh, I can't do it, and he was like, no, okay, let me put it in real quick, let me see like if you
combined.
can. And he got an 89.5, but the system rounds it to a 90, so he was able to.
Yeah, because both things combined is 90. That's what like, because a lot of people were like, oh, I can't exempt, like I have an 89 in this class, I have an 87. I was like, no, it's both combined, and then they were like, no, and I was like, that's what they did to me, like. Because even though I was passing this 9 weeks with 90s, they would still like put them together. And then it would be like, if I got a 91 on last semester and then like a 91 on this one, and my average was like, let's say a 92, I think it would still be a 91, but like, let's say a 92, it was better, you know? And then it was like, last semester I had a 99 in a class, and this semester I had a 87, that's like, let's say a 95. Like, it looks better.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, it makes sense, I guess, that you put both together. But Oscar just said that's not true. Like, am I not gonna accept? Let's not talk about it.
Like for us, we were always told it's just you have to have a 90 in that class, but like like a 90, not like your semester average.
And I know for y'all, like some of you, when like the last day, like the exemptions, y'all were like you didn't know if you had enough tardies to like exempt. I know all of you, and then when y'all found out, you were like, oh, like Oscar, can I go get an exemption form real quick? Like, I think they should like keep y'all updated with that too. Like, not necessarily like.
Cause I don't really check.
I just
I
said it,
don't even know how to check.
Exactly, like y'all don't know like the resources to do that. Like they have it, but like it's mostly for the parents and not for us. You know?
What's it called?
But I have mine.
I was gonna say because it's 5 tardies, and a lot of people think like, oh, it's for the whole like thing, but I think it's 5 tardies per class, right?
Yeah.
No, because it said
Well,
combined.
No, I
Combined.
think it's for the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I know somebody that has 4 tardies in one class and they exempted.
For real?
Yeah. So like.
But no, cause
It's
I.
per- it's per
Cause
class?
let's see,
Oh,
Oscar,
okay.
Cause
they don't keep us up to
it's
date
what?
with any of
It's
it.
what? It's for what?
It's 5 per class. Like if you have more than 5 tardies per class, you can exempt.
I could have exempted all my years then. Cause
They told me
I.
3.
Yeah, they told me 3 for like all of it.
No, because I have a friend that has 4 tardies for one class.
Dang,
and she,
I'm mad. I'm mad now. I'm big
There's
mad.
a lot of
We're
misconception
dealing
of
with
like.
the real issues.
Dude,
You know what?
for
I'm gonna
real,
leave.
I'm
I'm
mad.
not
Like-
gonna take the test. I'm just gonna leave.
I'm
It's
mad.
I know that it's like rules we should know. Like at this point, like we should know this, right? You guys
Yeah.
are
Keep it
graduating.
the same.
We're
Like-
being juniors, but there's kids coming in that have no clue. And I know they're not explaining it to them because
Like-
we didn't get to explain it to.
Yeah,
We're still
and-
confused about it.
Honestly,
Like,
I'll say
bottom
they should
line,
still
just
give
like-
us those resources like you too. You know, like they
Mhm.
should like tally them up
Be
and get like
specific.
yeah, when those exemptions are coming up, be like okay, like here, like this is how many you have, like
Yeah.
you can or cannot, you know, and,
Like,
They
pull us
used to
up,
be able.
yeah.
They used to actually keep it the same. Like keep. They tell you like, okay, you can. It's this much. You need to have this. These are the requirements, and then it'd be the same. This year, it's like we don't even know.
yeah, and
Because
then
I
It's all
know
different.
in the form it says like 3 absences, 5 tardies, but it doesn't specify like 3 absences
Per class or
or like
or
5.
like overall.
Yeah, and that's like I've always like a lot of freshmen would come up to me and be like, "Hey, like, do you understand this?" And I was like, "Honestly, no."
I don't.
Honestly,
They
I
were
can't
like,
help you.
"You're a junior, right? Like, do you get it?" And I'd be like, no. Like, I just know I can." Like, I'd be like, "Go ask Mr. Do It or like Mr. This," because I.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of it's just misinformation. Like they don't
Yeah.
tell us this stuff.
Yeah, and
Right
that's
off
a
the
thing
bat.
that should definitely be fixed.
Angry,
Like,
bro.
speak your mind, Mark.
they should put like a plaque somewhere that says like, "This is
A
what
plaque.
you need."
Dude, I know. I thought it was overall.
They should have put like, you know how the PBTISD website has like tabs, like pictures,
Yeah.
and they always put like, oh, like we're having pancakes on
I
this day or something. They
know.
should do something like that.
Why did they do that?
We'll do it next year. We're gonna be in charge of
I
that.
know.
We'll keep you all informed if y'all want to know what's going on.
We're
No,
not gonna be here.
I know, it's not even gonna matter next year.
If you want to like know what we're up to, y'all will be able to do.
Had exempt.
Y'all still want to know how to
It's-
exempt?
we're gonna make it a YouTube video. We're gonna be like, how to exempt your classes.
Send one. You gotta pass.
You gotta pass.
That's crazy. I didn't know it was like one semester because most of my teachers combined them. And I know they did that for a lot of like people. But maybe that's just like they were just like, you know what, I'm gonna be nice to you.
Yeah.
They were like, you know what, you're kinda struggling right now.
Another topic that we were talking about off camera was safety concerns that
Oh,
are dealt
yeah.
with, like not only in this school but of course everywhere. What do y'all think are some safety concerns that we deal with and how we can fix them?
We don't have a fence.
This camp is too big.
That's
It's too
a
big. You think it's too big?
that's a thing I've always thought about. Like
They
we
said
don't
they
we
were
don't have a
going
fence.
to make a fence.
I know. I remember for the longest time they're like, we're gonna make a fence, and I was just like, I was kind of like on both sides of it. I was like, okay, like let's see how it goes, and then
Yeah.
I heard they're like, oh, we're not gonna do it anymore. I was like, and then that's when all like these threats and everything came in. I was like, I think now we need it more than anything, you know?
Like I come from a family like you've been to my house. My house has the biggest fence. I think it's 7 feet or maybe
Yeah,
8.
somewhere around
It's
there.
like a big fence. Cause like I come from a family where my parents just don't like outsiders. You know, like they're like, oh, I don't want no dogs or people like in my backyard or anything. And we have security cameras. Like in my house, I feel protected. And when I come to school, I know it's not my house, but like I should still feel protected. Like I'm here 1/3 of the day.
Yeah.
You know, 8 hours of the day I'm here, and sometimes more because like there's
Yeah.
sports,
Uh-huh.
there's things like we should definitely have some type of fence. Like we barely got that thing at the front, where it's kind of like a doorbell where
Yeah.
you buzz in, and Miss Sadler has been asking that if I'm not wrong since last year, since she came in, and she barely got it like a few months ago. And like I feel like that was a very crucial step to safety, and I definitely think we need a fence. Like, I'm not sure how it would work with the people that park, but like, does it matter at this point? No, we need a fence. Like, because a lot of people, or I don't know if they still do, but a lot of people used to skip, and it's that easy. Like, you just walk off.
I know. Last year I would be walking to my class, and then I would just see people, hey, you want to go? And they're like, well, why not? And then they would just walk away.
They would just get in the
like
car and leave.
They would just like walk away, and
I know.
I was like, is it that easy? Like, take me with you.
Is that take me? He's kidding. He's kidding.
I never did
Just
it, but I mean, like, if we're being real, I thought about it.
Last year, there was these kids that walked to Allsups, and they didn't get caught until they came back.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh my god.
they
And
got
they
caught
wouldn't even do
because-
anything to her.
Actually,
They wouldn't even do anything to them. They would be like, just don't do it again.
No, I think they like did community service, but like, how harsh is that? You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying like beat them up, but like make a fence. Like, that's the only solution I can think of. Like, make a fence. And I think, I'm not sure like how it would work, but I feel like we need it. You know,
Yeah.
because like, I don't know, our school is just shaped weird.
It's like
Yeah,
it
it's
kind of
really
goes like all
shaped
over the
weird,
place. You
yeah.
know? Like, I don't. That would be kind of hard to do. What do y'all think about it? Do y'all have any opinions on it?
I mean, if we were to make a fence and the parking lot, really, we can have like a gate for it.
Yeah.
And, like
Mhm.
have it
Oh,
open
yeah.
And, like,
from set this time to this
Like
time.
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
officers, like,
Yeah, and
like,
then you
during
Dude,
reduce,
that'd
those
be
like,
so much easier.
you
'cause
reduce tardies and stuff.
Yeah.
Another part of safety that I want to bring up is when it's the end of the school day and people are just speeding.
Oh,
Down the street.
Oh my gosh. Or
And
or
they rev
pulling
their
out or
trucks.
something. I'm like,
Like I'm always like, okay, it's because I don't drive yet. I haven't,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, when I'm trying to get picked up from either like from one of my parents or my grandma, I always hear trucks just like revving by, like all crazy,
Oh
like
And they
my
go like
God.
15 miles an hour.
yeah, and then like they're racing down that main street to like just turn the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And as bad as it sounds, I'm all like, dude, you're gonna get into an accident. And like,
Mhm.
I like, okay, have fun when you're.
Yeah, like,
I like-
it's scary. As someone that used to walk home, because I walked home most of my freshman year, and I think all of my sophomore year, and some of this year too. Like, it's scary. Like, people my age, like, just kind of like going like, vroom, vroom, like at a stop sign. And I'm
I
like,
know.
dude, I'm trying to cross. Like, calm down.
I'm just trying to cross.
Like, I'm trying to get
You're
home.
revving it at me. Dang.
I was like, dude, like, give me a ride then. I was like, oh my god. And it would be scary because, like, I know there's crazy like that. Like, some of the kids that are, like, not even in the same grade as us, like, the kids, I think they're sophomores, they got in trouble. Like, they beat up some older dude, and they were arrested the other day. Like, I know they're crazy
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Like, I know if they wanted to, they would run me over. And, like, it's scary. Like, they need to have more safety precautions. And that's more on kids, I think.
Yeah, it's more.
And then like those kids that are driving, they don't even have license. Like,
I have a license.
well,
I don't think they drive like
It's
legal.
not.
okay,
Are you
but like,
saying you rev? Because I'm going to tell on
Are you
But-
saying you rev?
but it's like true. Like they don't even have licenses.
Hashtag
They
do
don't.
you rev?
They don't. They don't have the
Right.
little things to like park. They're always parking off on the sides of the street.
Oh, yeah. And that's, like, a thing that we can't do, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, that's illegal.
No, you can't.
But you shouldn't, right? Like, that's the whole thing. Because didn't they get
Just
towed
depending,
last year?
like-
Or was it this
It
year?
was
A
by
lot
the
of-
cemetery.
A lot of people
Last
did
year
until
was
last year.
the-
Remember
Yeah.
one of our teachers, he was like, finally, like,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
what we fought for. Like, he was like all excited about it.
Because
I
they were
thought-
parking like where the fire station is.
Yeah,
And you can't
they
you
can't do
can't
that.
park anywhere around there.
Where's
Like,
the fire station?
there's just a
It's
lot
right
of-
there, like
it's like literally like across the street.
where the cemetery is.
Yeah, it's like right across. And like another like thing, like all of that, like all the cars. Well, last year they kind of fixed it, but like we would just like be walking like to the building over there, and then one time this car was coming and he didn't look like he was stopping, and I was walking with someone. And I was like, hey, like get out the way, and then they went. Like they weren't gonna stop. If I didn't like help her like out of the way, she would have got hit, and like I think just
People
that's
are,
crazy.
like, just drive so
like on the
stupid.
school.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fake as. You see how people drive like in the streets,
Mhm.
like. Like, they don't care.
There used to be, like, where I live at, there used to be a stop sign there, but some kids, took it down. So, like, we don't even know which one's a stop sign anymore.
I don't know why people take down stop signs. Like, do you know that's illegal? Like,
And
do
they
you
put
know
it
that's
in
like
their rooms and they just like, hey vlog, look what I found today.
they like write,
What I
oh,
found.
I sure hope it does. Like, dude, that's illegal. Like, if you get caught, that's a fine.
You know, they'll do the dumbest things for
For clout.
attention.
People are just buy a stop sign online. They're like $50 if you really look.
Oh, for
Go
real.
to the dump.
I don't know.
That's for free.
I might invest in a stop sign.
I know, for real.
Just put a random one on your house.
Hey, at least y'all know I didn't steal it. I bought that.
Here's my receipt and everything. For me, like for like safety concerns, I don't really know like how much it would like really help, but like just a thought, like metal detectors, like you know, like
Oh,
when we
yeah.
walk through the schools, like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like they check our bags and stuff like that. I mean, as much as a hassle that would be, I think it would definitely like.
I just don't get like. First of all, I don't know how metal detectors work. I'm like, I don't know how they work. Like, cause like, what if you're wearing a jacket? Do you have to take it off? Like the
Yeah,
zipper,
you-
like
yeah,
the
you
metal
would-
in the
you would
zipper.
have to take it
What
off.
about your pants?
No, as long as you take off the belt, like it.
Your
Yeah.
pants have a zipper.
I mean, it
I mean,
would show that
Or-
the zipper.
yeah,
Okay,
but
like,
no, no,
cause
no.
I don't know
Like,
how they
there's-
work. You know.
There's some limitations. to
You
it.
would just have to
And, like,
put
imagine-
on your like,
Imagine there's a kid
stuff.
like with a metal plate somewhere, and then they like make the biggest deal. Like you have to, you obviously have to
yeah.
sign it off, right? Like the parents would have to be like, okay,
Well, I mean,
he has a metal
speaking of
plate.
sign off, that's our time for today. So thank y'all for watching. We hope y'all took something from it. This is the O-Megaa team signing off. Did you dab?
No.
Did
you
Oh my
dab?
God.